Good evening, everyone. I'm Khushi Pandey. Welcome you on behalf of whole team of JobSpri for a discussion on the topic challenge faced due to lack of resources. Now, before we begin for the introduction of JobSpri is an education cum HR startup with a strong social impact on society. The main focus of the company is to reduce the distance between aspiring candidates and their desired jobs. JobSpri creates a lot of opportunity for the aspiring candidates by providing proper training in terms of mock aptitude test and interview. A personal mentor is also being appointed to each candidate. JobSpri provide a complete package of recruitment and learning. In simple terms, we try to bridge the gap between the aspiring candidates and their desired jobs by providing them are required guidance through which they can excel their career. Now, I would like to give the introduction of our guest speaker, Ravi Sharma sir. Ravi Sharma sir is an advocate on record, MBA Finance, LLB Corporate Laws, and LLM Criminology and Forensic Science with over 12 years of experience, gained at prestigious law firms and commodities trading houses in India with a range of legal skills and practical business knowledge in various fields like infrastructure company, asset management companies, trading companies, bank and government entities on projects and project finance transactions, electricity and energy laws, custom, anti-dumping duty, corporate and regulatory, litigation, corporate law practice, drafting, vetting, and contract lifecycle management. Mr. Ravi Sharma sir has completed his MBA in finance from ITM Business School, Wrinkle, and Hyderabad LLB from Bharati Vidyapeeth, Pune, NLC. LLM from NLU, Jodhpur. He is an advocate on record of Supreme Court of India 2019 batch. His core area of expertise is energy laws, infrastructure laws, international trade, international and domestic arbitration, along with general corporate advisory. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Kusi.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for coming and taking out some time from your busy schedule.
Thanks, Kusi. It's a pleasure meeting you all, and I was keenly looking forward to have this kind of interaction with such a young and bright students like you. And of course, JobSpri is doing a good job, and despite being a startup, HR startup, it has gained a good popularity across the sectors and as well as with the students.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure to have you. So, sir, I would like to begin with the session. So, my first question is like, sir, from where you have done your schooling, what has motivated you to be in the law sector?
It's a quite long story that why I came in the law field. Actually, I'm an MBA in finance. If I take you through my schoolings, I belong to a very humble background, and that I belong to a remote part of the India. I belong to a village place that called as a Madhavgarh. It's a nearby to district Satna in Madhya Pradesh. So there I completed my schoolings. First few years in Saraswati school, then I have joined the government school to complete my 11th and 12th, as there was no private school in my areas at that time. Thereafter, I have gone to Indore and completed my BCom from
Yes.
Devi Ahilyabai University, Indore. And then I wrote the CAT exam, common administrative test, and qualified and joined the ITM Business School, Warangal in Hyderabad. It's Warangal in Hyderabad, why I say, because we had a one year program in Warangal and then 1 year program in Hyderabad. And then unfortunately, when I completed my MBA, it was a recession in 2008. If you remember, you must be remembering, that there was a Lehman Brothers crisis in 2008. The Lehman Brothers was the bank which has collapsed due to the financial irregularities, and due to
Yes,
that
yes.
we could not secure a job from our BE school. So that was a very tough challenge. I have joined some insurance company for few months as a just like Kotak Mahindra. Then I joined hospitality sector. Then fortunately, after some struggle, I get into the EXA Business Services Solution. It is a KPO.
Yes.
There I got a chance to work with Alliance Bernstein. Alliance Bernstein is a uh, investment managers they do investment across the country, across the world in mutual fund, hedge fund, equity markets, debt market, etc. So I was handling their compliances related to security exchange commission, just like we have a SEBI in India, that in US we called it as a SEC, security exchange commission. So
Yes.
there I used to do their compliances work. So when I say compliances, so more of financial related, then I used to come across with the various kind of agreements, such as investor agreements, intermediary agreements. Then it comes to ISDA, international derivative agreement. This kind of agreement I used to do, and it has given me so much inclination, and you can say the first insight towards the law. Then I decided. Then I found out that okay, I have another interest area, that is law, which should be looked upon and which must be explored. Thereafter, I have prepared for the uh, entrance exam for the New Law College Pune, that comes under the Bharati Vidyaput Pune. There I secured the 20th rank across the India. Then I got admission in law. So 2009 to 2012 I completed my law in corporate laws, and thereafter I moved to Satna and practiced under Mr. Murlidhar Sharma. He is one of the best criminal lawyers in Satna. After a few months of practice, I decided to move on to Delhi, and then the stories now keep on going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
So
Okay.
that is how I have moved into the law.
Oh, okay, sir. So my second question is, sir, at a time when you were graduated, huh? Like from where you have got your first job, like from the college placement, or did you find your first job by your own?
Uh, uh, Precisely this question, as I told you that when I passed out from college in
You
2008,
started.
it was a Lehman Brothers crisis time, so I could not get the job from the placement. It was
Yes,
something
sir.
I have visited many walk-ins. I have gone many interest. I have gone through many entrance tests. So first job was with Kotak Mahindra Life Insurance Company. I was appointed as the assistant sales manager, and
Oh,
my core work was to sell the insurance to the client. So this
yes.
I was not the sales guy. I was not the marketing guy. So after some time, I realized that I this is not my cup of tea. So then I left the job. Then I again started searching for job. Then I got a job in one of the reputed hotel in Pune, that called as a pan card club. So they have
Hmm.
the concept of Area 51. They have the disk created like a alien spaceship. So it moves around 360 degrees. So I worked as the sales manager again for few months. Then again left it. Then I gone through. Then somewhere I got to know that EXA is hiring for the finance background people, and they are taking the entrance examination and the
Okay.
qualifying test. So then I have gone through that qualifying test, around 9, 10 rounds interview. Then finally I could get placed into my core area of expertise, that was finance. So then I worked with EXA. Thereafter, when I realized that I had a more inclination and I have a more uh, uh, I have a more a lawyer in me. Then I left that finance job and now become a lawyer, full-fledged lawyer.
Yes, that's very difficult to, if you are not from the sales and marketing thing, and to do the promotion of the product and make the insurance comes, really a very difficult job of a salesperson, I must say. Because in a company I was a product manager, and they had given me the post of product manager, and I have to tell them how to sell the product. Even I was not the person of the sales, so it was very difficult to handle that situation. So I totally understand. So sir, moving to my question third. So, like we are not, it's not a question. I would like to explain you something about JobSpree. So,
Okay.
JobSpree, like it's a HR education come HR startup. So, what we used to do is, like we have the app of our own, JobSpree, and it is like you can download the app only on the Android phone. And like after downloading, you have to give some of the information about yourself, like from what you are doing and what kind of experiences you have, and then we'll show you the similar jobs for your profile. Then if you want to apply, you can apply over there. And it's there are so many consultancies who are working. But what we what special we have in JobSpree is like, we don't give the candidate, like we don't give the, like you have applied and we have given you to the next company. What we used to do is, we used to take your test, written test. First we used to we used to make the YouTube videos, which will be given to you. You have to study it. One session will be there which will be explaining you everything about the role. Second, we have to you have to give the written test. If you scores above 80, then we'll select you, and we'll do the HR. Then you will give the interview to our HRs, JobSpree's HRs only, and we record the session and we give it to the various companies. We have like tie up like Byju's, Topper, so many companies, and we give the candidates to that. And if they like them, if they like the candidate, they take the interview, and then we used to place our candidate. So it's like everything very much formal and everything very good. So sir, like we are doing this. It's your views, like how we should improve, or like what things we should add?
I think you people are doing very good job. The pre-screening of the students or the candidate takes so much time from company's point of view. HR in-house HR managers of the company, they spend so much time just because they are going to shortlist the candidate. They're going to shortlist the CV and everything, and then they sometimes they may not get a good candidate, or they get a candidate which is not fit for the uh, fit for their corporate style. So that
Yes.
what you are doing is, yes, you are doing the pre-screening work, and you are just making easy the life of the corporate HR managers. So that's one of the
Yes.
very beautiful things, or you can say that unique thing you are offering to the candidates and as well as the companies, which is not there in many of the other HR consultants, or you can say the startups. So that
Yes.
certainly will make you grow. One more thing, what I really feel is lagging in the market is that they they do not take the psychometric test on students. So because psychometric test is very important to understand whether the candidate is really fit, because he might be very intelligent, he might be very talented, and he might clear all the written tests, but psychometric test give the psychological understanding about the student, whether he's a team worker, whether he's an individual worker, or whether he's a job type or the entrepreneur type. This kind of psychometric assessment will help the company to retain the employee in the long term. So I think that may be there with the HR's screening side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Totally agreed. So now I would like to move to my next question. So there are so many jobs opportunity. In today's time, there are so many job opportunities, but people don't know about the job vacancy, and even they don't know how to apply to it. and then they face the problem of unemployment, and they says that HRs are not responding, they don't send the rejection mails and all that. So, sir, how we can resolve the problem of unemployment, and what's your view on it? Like HRs are screening everyone. They don't. If you are not the proper candidate, how they can select you? So, sir, how we should remove the problem of unemployment, and how we can make the youth more attentive to the towards the job vacancies?
Yes, this thing, I mean, that this question I was thinking so much about when you put on to me. So then I have gone back in my past days when I was searching for the job, as I was a finance guy. So
Yes, sir.
what I really think the problem nowadays students are facing because of the first lack of skill. They do
Yes.
not they do not work on the skill improvement. They just work on the certificate accumulation. That is because even in the internship side, students are so much busy in having the multiple internship and the collecting the internship certificate. That is really not required. What you are required to do to enhancement of your knowledge,
Yes.
you have to understand where you want to go. Suppose if the company is hiring the sales manager, and you being a lawyer apply for the sales manager, so that is a waste of time. That is waste of time for the candidate. That is the waste of time for the companies also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So my personal view that candidates first focus in which field they want to go. There is no, because when a person pass out, or when a student pass out at the age of 20, so certainly he can give some few 3 4 month or 6 month time in job search. He can give, he can understand himself first, whether the job, the first thing is that whether that job is really suited to him. And then second question that student put to himself, that whether he is suited to that job.
Yes, sir.
So these questions must be answered by the student before they apply for a job. And see, once I have seen, I have one, many of my friends are the HR managers nowadays, working in good corporates. So they say that people, India, despite having a 130 crore population,
Yes.
the skills which required for the corporates, or which required from the company's point of view, is still lacking. That's why the good corporates, good colleges are able to place the student in the companies, and the others are not able to place because they do not understand the perspective from the company's side.
Yes, sir.
So these are my views on this one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So totally agree with your views. So as we are at the end of the session, the last question I would like to ask to you is that, sir, please give some message to the youth for being more active for jobs and reduce the unemployment. As I'm repeating the same question because people are very much neglecting the things, and again they are expecting from the government and everyone that we are not getting the job. Jobs are there, people are not applying, people are not up to the caliber, or we can say like up to the mark. So how can we reduce that? Like colleges should improve these things, like they should work on the skill development of the students, or how like we should do that?
So let's start it from the law colleges point of view first. Suppose law colleges, they do have the
Yes.
good teachers, but what students lag behind is the practical perspective. So my for this to improve the quality on the student, law student specifically, the law college should start the guest lectures from the market. Suppose they should invite the practicing advocates. They should invite the in-house legal counsel in their colleges for the lectures. So what happened? They will give you that practical insight. Okay, boss, if there is a arbitration clause, and suppose there is a, I'll place example. Suppose if the arbitration clause is silent about the about the number of arbitrator, then then whether we will appoint the sole arbitrator or the three numbers of arbitrator. So this
Yes.
question, this question you will not find in a book. You that this perspective you will get it from the practicing advocates only. So suppose if the law student is having the perspective and he has been placed with the good knowledge, the practical knowledge, not the theoretical knowledge, he will become a finished product once
Yes, sir.
he comes out from the college, and he'll get the placement. Second thing which I like most about myself, or you can say about my job, is that I'm an entrepreneur. I'm being a lawyer in this country. We have around 12 lakhs lawyers, and the lawyers are the entrepreneurs. So I really think that people, despite searching for so much jobs and running behind the job, they must also explore in their self that whether they can be entrepreneur also. Because once
Yes, sir.
if they become the entrepreneur, they can create the job opportunity. So the creator is always better than the beggars,
Yes,
or
sir.
you
Yes,
can
sir.
or you can say the seekers. And the third point regarding the job, that I will like to say that students must invest their time,
Yes, sir.
must explore their time, must invest time, explore the right way to go. Suppose Miss Chrissy wants to be a corporate lawyer. So if she does the internship with the criminal lawyer, will that help her? No, she will not help. That will not help her.
Yes, sir.
Certain, if somebody wants to be a criminal lawyer, and if he goes to the corporate internship with the corporate lawyer, so that is not going to help anybody.
Yes, sir.
In the similar lines, nowadays what students used to talk about, the so much specialization. They say that okay, we want to be infrastructure lawyer, energy lawyer, but they lack the basic understanding of the law. they
Definitely,
don't
sir.
they don't the law as a general, because that you can only become expert when you have the general knowledge about everything. So
Yes,
first try to be the generalist, try to get the
yes,
exposure, and try to focus your energy in the right direction, not
yes,
haywire direction. suppose
yes,
suppose if you want to practice the law, then try to join a lawyer who is practicing in the courts. Suppose if you want
yes,
to go into the corporate, then is update your skills. What I used to do when I was searching the job, so I'll share a few points for the student. When I wanted to go into the finance field, so I have almost appeared in 500 interviews in my career. So what I used to do, I get the job description, I read it, I read the job description, and if by chance I get the call for interview, I go for the interview. And
yes,
interviewers are very smart. They are the industry experts, so they ask you very practical problems. So first interview I failed. Okay, no problem. But I note down each and every question. Every time when I go for an interview, I read down each and every questions, and then go to home and study for few days, few months. For I study them, and then again I go for interview, and next time I get selected.
yes,
So
yes,
this
sir.
was
Yes,
my
totally
tactics.
agree.
This was my tactics to crack the interview. And I still remember the situation has come when I have appeared in 10 interviews for different jobs, and almost 10 to 10 interviews I cracked it with this strategy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
Because
so
mostly
don't,
the questions are same for the interview, and
yes,
they like if you practice it, then you easily can qualify the interview.
exactly. So this,
But
so
for that, you need the experience first.
you have to accept the failures. Until or
Yes,
unless you will accept the failure, you will not become a success.
yes, sir. Totally agreed, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now,
Thank you.
I would like to begin with the vote of thanks. On behalf of JobSpri, I would like to give a heartful vote thanks to our guest speaker Ravi Sharma sir, who spent his busiest time gracing the session. Today we had the opportunity to hear your thoughts. This is definitely encouraging us in our future events. Your thoughts have enlightened our minds and shown us a new path. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out time from your busy schedule and for adorning the session and sharing your opinions today. Thank you so much, sir, for coming.
Thank you, Kushi. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to interact with you and the JobSpri. And it is a very enlightening session for me as well, because I am learning from you also that how now nicely you can present yourself. That is really good.
Thank you so much. It's our pleasure to have you.